Let the redeemed of the Lord say so. Let's give us another hand clap, CTS, for all the magnificent work that you're doing here. I am just so excited to be back in this chapel after 25 years. Many days I came here and I prayed in this chapel because there were some classes that I was challenged with that I didn't think I was going to get through. But thanks be to God, we serve a God that's able to help us through our processes. Thank you, Mr. President, for this opportunity. Also, the Board of Trustees, your senior leadership, the faculty and staff, alumnus and my colleagues. And also, as I look over there, I see some of my professors that helped groom and shape me. I'm glad to see all of you here also. My name is Dwight Holland, and I am a 2005 graduate of Psychotherapy Faith. It was one of the first degrees they gave out during that time. Initially, when I came here, I was under the track of pastoral care and counseling. So CTS shifted on me and increased more hours, and that cost me more money. But anyway, I made it through. And so I'm here today to share my testimony and my experience at CTS during that time. When the president called me, I was thinking he said, "Hey, Dwight, I want you to come to give a testimony." And he told me I only had 3 minutes. Now, y'all see the color of my skin, don't you? And in the church that I come from, it takes more than 3 minutes to serve, to share what God has done for me. And then I was wondering, is this a setup, David? Or is a set out, or is it a set through? And I'm going to get through that in just a moment. And somebody's sitting there and trying to figure out what is a set through. Well, when I was here at CTS, Dr. Rufus Barrow told me, even though it may not be in the dictionary, but if you come up with enough data and examples, you can use that word. I know when you look it up, it said set forth, but I'm talking about how I was set through this process. Now, many of us know that, and I'm going to get back to that point in just a minute, but many of us know that CTS's mission is forming disciples for Jesus Christ, for the church community and leadership to serve God, transforming God in the world. In other words, I would say CTS is designed to help us to be carriers of God's glory. My experience with CTS, to say the least, was rigorous. It was challenging, it was exhausting, it was exciting. And I remember when I first came here in 1999, I decided that I was not going to take more than one class. So I took this class called Intro to Psychotherapy, and at that time, Dr. Bernie Lyons was the professor at that time, and I thought I would just kind of take it to kind of test the waters to see if I could do the work. I got the book to prove it right here. I mean, in 1999, this book come out in 1998. Dr. Lyons, he signed this book and he said, "Congratulations, Dwight, for taking your first class at CTS, and you will be very successful." Right under that in 1999, it says, "Dwight, I wrote, you can do the work." Somebody should say amen. Amen. But not only that, during that time, I met some amazing and brilliant professors. Dr. Ron Allen, raise your hand. I just want to acknowledge you for help shaping me and teaching me about the integration of psychotherapy and faith. Dr. Bernie Lyons, which I haven't, he's not here. Dr. Brian Grant. Any of you remember Dr. Brian Grant? And he showed me how to find God in sacred spaces. Dr. Ron Summerfield, who opened my eyes to pastoral leadership from a black perspective. And he took me to Ghana, and I saw all those people of color, and it blew my mind. Dr. Felicity Kilcourse, who told me, "Dwight, I don't give out A's." Well, I said, "You're going to give out one this time." But she taught me how to explore the process of human development and faith. Dr. Jackie Breger, I see her sitting over there. Raise your hand. I mean, this is my testimony. These are the people that helped shape me. Jackie Berger, who helped me understand family systems and relationships with others. Dr. Clinton McNair, bless his soul, he's not here anymore, who helped me navigate through the methodology class and taught me how to gather scholarly research and critical thinking and taught me how to assess and to explore literature and write academically. And last but not least, Dr. Rufus Burrell. Somebody should give him a hand. Many of us sat under his feet. I know I did, and he challenged me, and I'll never forget when I was in that class, he was teaching, anybody remember prophetic witnesses? He taught that class, and he said, Holland, come here, I want to ask you a question. And he said, and it was like a therapeutic question that forced me to think intrapsychically, and then I took on this journey. He said, how do you know you're called? What is this man talking about? And then he said, what price are you willing to pay? And he said to me, if you do the academic work here at CTS and work through the rigorous curriculum, it would help you do this. And I don't know if there are any students out there right now, but CTS helped me define my call, to write my call, and to articulate my call. So I got busy. And so in Dr. Allen's class, I got an A. In Bernie Lyon's class, I got an A. In Dr. Summerfield's class, I got a B+. Dr. Kill course, I got an A. Dr. Brager, I got an A. Dr. McKnight, I got an A. Dr. Burroughs, I got a C+. Go figure. But the good news about this, I started with this book, and I ended up with this degree. Can I get a witness in this place? So thank you, CTS, for this opportunity. Thank you for the safe spaces that you've created. Thank you for the students that you've created. By doing the work, God has given me the opportunity now, the last 12 years, to open up 5 mental health agencies, serving 350, having 350 employees, serving thousands of families, and closing the gaps of social determinants. Don't you tell me what God can't do. Wait a minute, I almost forgot. Dr. David called me and said, hey, Dwight, we got something for you about 3 years ago. We want to give you an honorary doctorate for the work that you're doing.